welcome to NH Unscripted. When Quinn the Eskimo gets here, all the pigeons are going to run to him. I have no idea what that means. Don't ask me. I just quote it. I'm your Manford Man-like host, Ray Dudley, and we are coming to you from the YMCA-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord. I can smell the pool chlorine from here. My gosh. You know the drill. I got my Nehru jacket on. I left my bell-bottom pants at home today. Kick back on your waterbeds. Fire up the lava lamps. Hit the incense, baby, because we are rocking today. Yeah. Break out your Sony Walkmans while you're at it. And let's kick those over to 1450 AM, 103.9 FM. That's in Concord. And 101.9 FM for the beautiful souls in Manchester. Yeah, we got a URL. Yeah, of course we do. Yeah, we're cutting edge. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL. I'll tell you a little bit later about what's going on out there. Let's get the show started. I need to thank my sponsor, the law offices of Shaheen Gordon. God bless them. I am telling you, we are so happy that they are our sponsors. ShaheenGordon.com is their URL. I tend to get them in here once a month so they can highlight what they do over there. And I just wanted to give you a heads up. Ron Abramson will be coming in shortly to talk about his field of specialty, which happens to be immigration law. Timely, no? Yes. Their phone number is 603-614-5560. We love them. Write it down. Put it on your fridge. Put it with your legal papers, because everyone should know a good lawyer. You've been around here long enough, you know. You or someone is going to need a good attorney. ShaheenGordon.com is their URL. 603-614-5560. Well, I have been looking forward to this interview for a little while now. The Barnstormers are in the house. Good morning. We have Jordan Ahnquist. Did I say that correct?
You said that correctly.
Thank you, sir. Kate Middleton, the queen. No?
Not quite.
What? You can take the crown off now.
I got 2 years on her.
All right. Well, we won't say anything about that. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was looking at your website. You guys are busy.
We are indeed busy. Yeah, I'm really excited. This is my first year as artistic director of the Barnstormers, and it has been a busy winter and a busy spring, and it's going to be an awesome summer.
No pressure, right?
No pressure.
You're only handling the Barnstormers. How much pressure can there be? Well, let's start right there. Give us your background. Talk about where you're from, how you got to where you're doing, and why you like it.
Sure. Well, my first summer with the Barnstormers was back in 2012 when Bob Shea was at the helm.
You were just a kid.
I was a child. Indeed, I was playing a child. I was playing Huck Finn in Big River. I had just done the show in Boston at the Lyric Stage, and I had been dying to work at the Barnstormers for a few years, and then I saw that they were doing it, and I knew they had this short rehearsal process, and Huck Finn is a pretty big part in Big River. And so me and my friend DeLon Grant, who played Jim, we had done the show twice in two different productions that year. And so I called Bob Shea and I said, or emailed him. And I said, me and my friend, we've done it. And we kind of come as you'll be a few steps ahead. And we auditioned together there in the Boston Playwrights Theater. We had an audition. Me and DeLon did a couple scenes from the show, and Bob asked us to come up that summer, and I've been really fortunate to come back almost every summer since then.
Seriously?
Yeah, I've been really blessed. And then,
wow.
Yeah, and I love, dude,
that's a lot of tenure.
It's a lot of tenure, and I'm a little bit of a nerd. I guess a lot of actors probably like nature also, but I've always dreamt of, I love acting. I love the rush of, city, urban life and the diversity and the excitement there. But I've always had in my heart, like, nature and being out in the woods. So the ability to, spend my
falls, out there.
I've done it.
Tamworth is out there.
I go from New York or Boston, and then in the summer I get to, hike Mount Chocorua. It's, I got a pretty sweet deal right now. So yeah, that's how I ended up here. And I got to direct a few years ago, the one-man show. What did I direct? What was it called? Fully Committed, a few years ago, alongside Dory Robinson. And then I started doing some development work for the Barnstormers about 2 years ago when they had an opening. And then this last year I was asked to step up, and I feel so lucky. So that's
so let's
my
go
history.
further back.
Oh man,
You said you performed, but where did that love come from? How long? High school? Earlier?
that's a great. So I think when my first performance was in a production of the Bremen Town Musicians, and I played a penguin. And I was at the same time I was playing on the Barnstable Silver Bullets football team.
Is
and
that
when
in your IMDb?
I don't have that one listed yet, but I was I wanted to be. I'm not the tallest guy, for those of you listening, but I always wanted to be. I love football, and I was not a big fifth grader, and I was on the football team with the Silver Bullets, not playing at all.
Everyone needs a water boy, right?
Yeah. And then I went over to, they dress up as a penguin and run around in circles. And I remember because I was, again, not so big, I was like the oldest penguin, but one of the shortest. And I was, all my friends were, had lines and stuff. And I was going around in circles singing. Oh, I don't.
Flapping your little penguin
flapping
wings?
my little penguin wings, and then I would go and
I'm
put
having terrible images right now.
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks. Then I'd put my my oversized helmet on and go over to Silver Bullets practice and sit on the bench. But I got to play later when I got bigger. I did play some football a little bit later in my life, but that was my first. That was my start.
Did you get the hook? Was that the hook for you to perform?
I think the hook. There used to be an organization. I'm not sure if it's still going. It's called Odyssey of the Mind, and I was in a. It's like a. I won't say smart kids because it's not just smart kids, but creative kids get together and you. It's like a problem solving thing, and you had to create like an 8-minute skit. And when I was in 5th grade, our team from West Barnstable Elementary School went to the World Finals. The World Finals in Ames, Iowa. We got the year that. But I think that was the year I was playing. It was some kind of spoof on Elvis, so I was doing some Elvis
Is that
impersonation.
in your IMDb?
I'm putting it. I'm adding. I realized I need to make my IMDb grow now, but that was probably my first experience. I know my dad. Was a big community theater actor, so I watched him doing that, playing like Lancelot in Camelot, and that was a big deal. And so performing was always a part of my. I looked up to that stuff, and I don't know. I was like, I'm very fortunate. And then I kept going, and then in high school, like everyone, like a lot of people who became actors, I played Joseph in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And I'm horrified to say I played. Well, not. I played Tevye.
Do we need the
I played Tevye.
Back the tape up.
At age 18, I played Tevye at Barnstable High School, and it's corny, but it was during that production where I had a moment with my friend. Who actually she's now a Kylie Donovan. She writes for Grey's Anatomy now. She's a writer out in LA, and she was playing my wife. And I remember a moment during Fiddler on the Roof where and I was an 18-year-old child.
Okay.
I had no business playing Tevye, let me tell you. But where there was a moment where I just...
When you have to preface it,
I have to say that, like, I'm embarrassed now in this day and age. A Swedish kid should not be playing Tevye, but whatever. It happened then. But there was a moment of connection with just myself and Kylie and the audience, and I had this, I guess I'll call it a moment of intense presence and just that feeling of everybody in the room together having a moment. And that is, it sounds corny, and I'm getting chills talking about it, but it's true. That is a moment I constantly remember of why theater, especially live theater, is so vital, because it was just this everyone being having a moment together. Granted, if I see a video of it, I'll probably laugh that I had this profound experience. But that is really where I went. I want more of this in my life.
That's the gold we were looking for. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Before we go too far, I did not recognize you as the artistic director, so you are the artistic director.
I am. It's a new title for me, too, so don't worry about it. I didn't notice you missed it.
That's all right. And Kate, what's your role there?
I call myself company swing. I sort of just do whatever anybody needs.
I see.
And artistic
Grip,
director,
runner,
partner. No, that's unfair. Right now, I'm the gala event planner, and I'm also picking up a lot of other categories like housing and some co-producing and things like that. Just happy to be there.
You're the grunt.
I'll be the grunt.
Oh, hang on.
And on that, sure, I'll be the grunt.
Oh, you are listening to NH Unscripted. We are not quite Cherry Hill Park, but I am your Billy Joe Royal-like host, Ray Dudley, and we are coming to you from the spa-like conditions of the WKXL studios in Concord. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your Sony Walkmans, 101.9 FM for the beautiful souls in Manchester. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL, and the Barnstormers all the way from Tamworth are in the house. We'll be right back. Woo! Welcome back to NH Unscripted. Oh, it's so nice to be with you. I am your gallery-like host, Ray Dudley. We are coming to you 1450 AM, 103.9 FM in Concord on your Sony Walkmans. Some of us have transistor radios we haven't upgraded yet. 101.9 FM for the beautiful souls in Manchester. The Barnstormers are in the house, and we're talking their season. First, what is your URL?
Our URL is www.barnstormerstheater.org, and that's theater spelled with an R-E, the fancy way.
All right, that's for folks who may need to follow as we go along. Let's talk about your upcoming season. What shows have you got coming up? And I want to talk to you about why maybe you picked those.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited about this season. So we got to bookend our season, we have two really new Broadway musicals. The first one is Something Rotten is going to kick off our season, which is a big, funny, hilarious farce. I think the Time Out New York called it the funniest musical in 400 years because it's about the creation of the world's first musical where two characters, the Bottom Brothers, are trying to compete with the Bard himself, William Shakespeare, and it's a hilarious musical. You don't need to know about theater to get the jokes, but if you do, there's a lot of really wonderful humor in there, and I think it's fun for the whole family. And I saw it in New York when I first moved to New York, or not when I first moved to New York, but in 2015, and I hadn't laughed that hard in a long time, and I thought it would be a great way to kick off our season.
A lot.
It is a big one for us, but it's going to be fun.
Okay. And you said it's bookended with what?
So at the end of the season, we're doing Spelling Bee, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, which is another hilarious musical. It's kind of a coming of age for all these young kids and all the things you go through in middle school when you're that age, and they're all competing in the in the spelling bee for various reasons. And and don't let it fool you though. It is probably PG-13, but it's a ton of fun. I mean, PG-13, it's fine for anybody. I'll say that.
Yeah. And then you get some classics, right, coming up?
Of course, yeah. So the second show of our season is Neil Simon's Barefoot in the Park, which is just a wonderful, hilarious classic comedy about a young couple moving into New York and the really bright, eager young woman who's so excited about the apartment, as it's like it kind of echoes the movie Money Pit, where the apartment itself is not exactly what she sees in it, what no one else sees in it, and the future, and the her young husband is a little bit of a stick in the mud, and it's kind of how they it's just a wonderful new beginning story, love story, and it's hilarious, mostly. And then the third show in our season, I'm so excited about. We have two murder mysteries in our season, which I know people might say it's a lot of murder mysteries, but we do know our audience loves them. So
this is a judgment-free zone.
There we go.
You won't get that here.
Good. So I'm so excited about this one. It's a world premiere show that was written specifically for our theater, for our community, by Jordan Reeves, who is a London, and that's Jordan
Wait,
Reeves.
did you say it was written for
Written
you?
for us.
What?
Yeah, Jordan Reeves, a different Jordan. I'm Jordan Ahnquist. Jordan Reeves is he's been a Barnstormer for years, along with his wife Madeline Mabey, who a lot of locals will probably know because she was there a little bit before him. And Jordan Reeves wrote this as a love letter to the theater. So our theater is located in Tamworth, New Hampshire, and this murder mystery is set in Worthington at the Paradise Playhouse, and there's a lot of local references and jokes. And it's a murder mystery called Front Row to Murder. I should have said the title earlier. Front Row to Murder, a world premiere by Jordan Reeves, is happening right in the middle of our season. And last season, we started this new program called the Barnstormers Drama Book Club, along with the Cook Memorial Library across the street, where we have been doing play readings with community members alongside professionals to give back and to give people the experience of working with professional actors and just to hear some plays out loud and have fun. But as a part of that, Jordan brought an original draft or an early draft of this play, and we had local feedback from the community, and Jordan Reeves took that feedback with him and has been crafting this play throughout the year. And we also did a reading of Front Row to Murder in New York City, a sold-out reading, I should say, of Front Row to Murder in Midtown Manhattan just this February with Kate Middleton's off-Broadway theater company, Ground Up Productions. They
sold out a reading.
A sold out, and it's a stage reading.
That's impressive.
I don't know how inside baseball this is, but a staged reading is basically it's part of a process of creating any play, and it's music stands, actors standing at them, reading the script. It gives the playwrights an opportunity to hear the play out loud, see what jokes work, what don't. Where does the play? They can just get tweaks from hearing the words with a live audience. So we were really fortunate to. It's a competitive process to get into any reading festival. I do have an in with the artistic director of Ground Up Productions, but
it helps.
It does help.
Anytime, baby.
So that was a cool event. And then so that's our third show. Our fourth show is The Mousetrap by Agatha Christie, the classic Agatha Christie. We always do an Agatha, and or we have frequently done an Agatha, almost always. And I figured this year, because we're trying, in my vision for the summer was to kind of celebrate community, bring people together. Let's do the Agatha Christie, and the longest running play in the world, still running in London after however many years.
Have they not solved it?
Who did it? No one knows. The funny things with those plays, it seems like
it's well written when you can't figure that out.
When you go to an Agatha Christie play, you go in, you find out who the murderer is, but even if you've seen The Mousetrap 15 times, I don't want to speak for anyone else, but I go in and see these and I still go, oh wait, who did it? I don't remember. Is it that? I think it is that person.
He has the memory of like a goldfish.
They're always fun. You can talk with your friends and the people you go see the show with, and relive it. And the other thing I want to point out, before our season kicks off, we got some shoulder season events. We have Yankee Humor with Fred Marple and Rebecca Rule. That is coming up, I think, on the 24th. So that's right around the corner. I think it's this weekend, if I got the air date correctly here. Wow. And then right after that, or a couple weeks after that, we have an evening with Tom Rush.
He's still around.
Which is on the 27th.
June 7th.
June 7th is Tom Rush. And get your tickets. We got tickets for both of those. Those are going to be wonderful events. Yankee Humor's hilarious, stories and, New Hampshire area humor. And then Tom Rush, of course, it's Tom Rush.
Yeah.
So why even
he was
question?
around. They were talking about Tom Rush when I was in high school, back in the 70s. I mean, that guy to be continue touring like that.
That's great.
No kidding.
We're so excited.
No kidding.
It's an honor to have him come. And then I also want to pass this off to Kate. We're really excited. We haven't done a gala in a long time. We are doing a season kickoff gala on June 21st. On Saturday, June 21st.
He only works there. So
so last summer I got to work with a wonderful artist. Her name is Linda Pearl, who was on Happy Days. She was on The Office. And she said, me and my partner Patrick Duffy,
Name
who people
dropping.
know of
Name
Dallas,
dropping. Yes.
do a reading of love letters. And she knew that at the time I was doing development. And she said, maybe we could, if you wanted us to come up, we could work something out. So I was so grateful to Linda. She's a beautiful soul. And Patrick is such a sweetheart to come and perform love letters with us. And I will pass this off to Kate because she is organizing a really exciting night. It's not just a show. It's what else, Kate?
Yeah. What else, Kate?
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. It's Saturday, June 21st. It starts at 5 o'clock. And as Jordan said, it's probably, I hate saying a decade, but it might be the first season opener gala in a decade at the Barnstormers. There have been, of course, other parties and things, but this is a real kickoff gala that we're really excited about. It's going to be under the big tent with the twinkly lights on the lawn in the Tamworth History Center lawn. And it starts at 5. There's going to be pastry hors d'oeuvres, desserts, crudité, smorgasbord of fangs. There's going to be Peter Heimlich and the Unusual Suspects playing for us.
Sweet.
Yes. George Cleveland is going to be helping to MC and running the silent auction. And one of the Barnstormers' favorite actors, Doug Shapiro, will also be up on stage, rousing the crowd and helping to keep it going.
Big event.
It's going to be a big event. It's going to be really great. Our silent auction is packed with actual trips and a New York vacation and a Vermont vacation, Broadway tickets, restaurant gift certificates, sports events, family fun, everything that you can name. Community painters are donating. It's going to be a really, really special full community on event, and we hope that everybody will join us.
Oh, man, I want to touch base on that when we get back. Hang on
Absolutely.
just a second. You are listening to NH Unscripted. And when I die and when I'm gone, your blood, sweat, and tears like host Ray Dudley, we are coming to you from the Hollywood Squares-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord, where I love to sit at the center square. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM. That's Concord on your transistor radios, 101.9 FM for the beautiful souls in Manchester. And we are talking all things Barnstormers in Tamworth. We'll be right back. Welcome back to NH Unscripted. Layla, yeah, you got me on my knees. I am your Eric Clapton-like host, Ray Dudley. We are coming to you from the Taj Mahal-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord. My God, it's cavernous in here. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your Sony Walkmans. Concord, 101.9 FM for the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls in Manchester. We're talking the Barnstormers. Did I happen to see this 95 years? Is that correct? 95 years?
Nailed it. This is our 95th year. It's going to be amazing. Yeah,
There aren't many things that hang around for 95 years.
Oh, man.
Amazing. Close to a century.
Yeah, it's really exciting. And Kate was talking about George Cleveland. He's the nephew of Francis Cleveland, who is the founder of the theater. So Francis and Alice Cleveland, along with their friend Ed Goodnow, started the theater back in 1931. And Francis is the son of Grover Cleveland, the former president.
Yeah.
So it's a really
That's
cool,
a lineage
historic.
right there.
It sure
Good
is.
grief.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and I just feel honored to be a part of that tradition in any way, and to be able to be called to kind of guide the ship for a while is a huge honor, and I feel a real sense of responsibility to kind of continue that
you do.
tradition. I know a lot of people are counting on us.
Pressure, baby.
Yeah, it's good though. It's good pressure. I have been working. I have to say, since I took on the position in early January, late December, it has been the most hours I've ever put into anything. But as I've been saying,
Is that where those gray hairs are coming from?
I was not grayed. I had no gray hairs. I was playing Huck Finn before I got this job, and then But it is joyful work, is what I keep saying, because it really is. I have my eye on, like, we have an opening night coming up. We got a gala coming up. We have all these people that I love so much, who I've worked with for years. So many are coming back, and some new faces are coming in. It's just, I'm humbled that I get to share this experience with so many people. It's a really it's a gift.
I am infatuated with summer theater. When I was in high school, I used to go out to the North Shore Music Theater. In
the North Shore.
Yeah, and loved it. Mm-hmm. Loved it. I've seen some shows that just there's something different about summertime theater. You go out to dinner or whatever first, and it's summertime. It's going to be late. The sun stays up a long time. Intermission. Sometimes you go outside. It's
beautiful.
There's something
still.
crazy about it.
And the process of the Barnstormers is also wild. They've sort of kept up the tradition of the Barnstormers from 1931 as well, where it used to be a summer company where they hired like 9 actors and everybody did all the shows.
They stormed barns.
They stormed barns
around the area. They took it was a touring company.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And of course, it's expanded at this point to bring in some new people, but people that have come for years and years still come back. But it does. It just holds this tradition of doing rehearsals in 9 days and having 10 days of shows and then doing the next one.
For folks who don't understand that pressure.
It's wild.
Yeah,
it is wild.
Yeah, no kidding. Kate, you wanted to hit a little bit more, didn't you, on the gala?
Oh, sure. The June 21st gala, which is just kicking off this whole wonderful season. So the party that I've explained before is just going to be, the vibe is just sort of like beautiful, as you were saying, sunset, twinkly lights, sort of outdoor wedding reception vibe. Great band, great music. And then the big event is Linda Pearl and Patrick Duffy doing love letters, A.R. Gurney's love letters for us inside the Barnstormers Theater. And they're going to do a little talk back with the audience afterwards, and the audience is going to
be so
The audience is going to write their own little love letter to the theater on their way out.
What?
It's going to be adorable.
Oh, that's crazy. That's so sweet.
It's going to be great. But to have such like strong actors and such wonderful people and such artists who have been in this world for so long coming to the Barnstormers stage and doing something that honors theater is just, it's all just coming together, and it just feels so perfect to kick off, Jordan's first year and to just kick off the season. It's just going to be a really special night.
It speaks to how special I think theater is to have people like Linda and Patrick who could be, could get a lot more money for their time, but it speaks to how special it is to have live theater and to come to it's off the grid for them, to come up here and help us get some juice going for the summer. I'm so grateful. They're just wonderful.
Yeah, they're literally flying from LA, of course, because they're like kind of famous. Flying from LA to Tamworth, New Hampshire,
the big town,
and then they're going to Ireland to film a movie. This is our stop in between.
They're just kind of shoehorning you in there.
Yes.
We're the layover.
Well said. Tamworth and the Barnstormers Bond. Oh my God! I was trying to hide my New England
Barnstormers.
accent. Yeah,
no, it's great.
It's quintessential New England. I mean that. When I drive out, because my wife and I love to go to the farmers market out there.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, and the theater's not far from there.
You probably see us rehearsing in the barn on your way to the farmers market.
Next door.
People come in because we got that garage door open. We rehearse in that little barn that kind of hangs over.
Is that what that noise is?
Yeah, it hangs over the river, and people always wander down and they stare in rehearsal, and we go, "Hi, can we help you?"
Oh,
it's
yeah,
so fun.
I really want to push people to go out, to get out. It's a beautiful drive. You're out there in the middle, really of nowhere. It's New England. It's just
you can pet the goats and the cows
kidding,
and then at intermission and come back in and see Act 2.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday night, Friday night in New England.
At the same time, it feels really off the map because it's just so beautiful in the farmland, the pastoral landscape. But it's literally about 2.5 minutes off 16. So it's really not that hard to get to. It feels out there, but it's not.
And the other thing that I think is so cool that I've had people say before, because we're in a pretty, it feels really rural when you get there.
Yes.
I've had so many people come in because we are so fortunate to hire really like people off Broadway. Like they just were in a Broadway show and they're coming to do a show. I have a guy who's in the Broadway national tour of Something Rotten, is in our production of Something Rotten. And he's not the only person. Dale Place has been on Broadway multiple times, and he's a Barnstormers regular. People who don't know the Barnstormers come in, they see this little barn, and wow, I'm in the middle of nowhere. They leave and they say, I didn't think it was going to be that good.
They're funny.
Which is
what a great compliment,
an honor to hear.
Right?
We're not just a rinky-dink playhouse. We bring in, some top tier talent, and we hold ourselves to a high bar of excellence. That Francis Cleveland really, he set that bar, and it's my responsibility and all of our responsibility to live up to that.
Yeah. Again, no pressure. Before we go too far again, give out the URL and where can they get tickets for everything?
Correct. Yes. Thank you. The tickets for the gala, I did want to say, are $65, which is so cheap for such a great night and a performance with Linda and Patrick.
And food
and
drink.
Are you
kidding me?
Band.
Man,
I know. So you can email tickets at Barnstormers Theater. And again, it's theatre, like the fancy way of spelling theater, R-E, tickets at barnstormerstheater.org, or you can also call 603, obviously, 603-323-8500. And again, it's 603-323-8500, or tickets at barnstormerstheater.org.
You can also go to barnstormerstheater.org and click around. You'll find it. It says buy tickets.
I love it. That's what I've been doing. I'm telling you. You get the whole plan your visit thing.
And
there.
it's called the Barnstormers Bash.
That's the gala.
Barnstormers Bash.
That's the gala title.
Yes, it is.
Make a dash to the Barnstormers Bash. That's what we have on our poster.
Correct. Let's talk a little bit about some mechanics kind of stuff. Some of
sure.
The
car mechanics. I'm good at car mechanics.
Behind the scenes things. Tell me a little bit about the demographics of the Barnstormer audience. So what? A lot of these theaters tend to get the older folks, right? We've been around for a long time. We got our traditions going, but what would people find in the audience there?
Well, we certainly hope we'll find a little bit of everything in our audience. I think like every theater, demographics of the theater going audience tends to be, people with spare time and disposable income. We do try to keep our ticket prices down. I mean, we're a nonprofit theater. Ticket prices are not what we rely on to cover the costs, because the costs are pretty high. But so our ticket prices are very reasonable. We're, I think, $45 this year, and there are discounts.
That's not bad for a Broadway caliber show.
I would agree.
I mean, no, seriously. I have friends who go to Broadway all the time. They drop in $150, $200
Oh, man.
for a ticket. Never mind getting there, dinner, and all that.
Go try to see Denzel in Othello right now. Tell me what your ticket price is.
Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding.
But so we try to keep it affordable, and there are group rates available. Call the box office. Those numbers that Kate just laid out there, they're on our website.
And as far as who's in the audience, we do get all types. We have the community members who have seen the Barnstormers shows since 1931 when Francis started it. And then the tourists at the camps, people who come back, everybody.
People from White Lake State Park come over with their, haven't done laundry in a week. Come on in. It's fun.
Oh, man. Hang on. Okay, there you go. We're going to put a pin in it right there for a second. You are listening to NH Unscripted. I am your friendly stranger in the black sedan. Yeah, that makes me your vehicle-like host, Ray Dudley. We are coming to you from the Gong Show-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your Sony Walkmans. Barnstormers are in the house. We only got one more block. We'll be right back. Welcome back to NH Unscripted, where I am just a gigolo. Yeah. The Louis Prima kind. Let's just go OG here, can we, for a second? We are coming to you from the dating game-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your transistor radios. Us poor kids got the 8 transistors. Yeah, no judgment here. The rich kids got the 16. What can I say? 101.9 FM for the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls in Manchester. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL. And if you happen to go out there, there's a button that you can click. You have to click. You can't press it like us old people think you do. You have to click it with this mouse thing they have nowadays. And that will let you listen to things live happening here at the station. Or if you happen to get up at 2 or 3 in the morning, getting your warm milk and cookies, and you need a friend, there's archives out there of this show, plus all the other great stuff that happens here. I know you didn't know other great stuff was happening here because of this show. But anyway, I digress. You can go out there, nhtalkradio.com. This show comes to you live every Wednesday and Friday mornings at 9 a.m. Okay, that's the business part of what I had to do. We are still talking with the Barnstormers, Jordan Ahnquist and Kate Middleton. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about sponsorships over there. I see a lot of you have some wonderful sponsors going on out there.
We are so grateful for our sponsors. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm sure you were just dying to talk about that, right?
It's right in the front of my little mind.
So yeah, we are so grateful. We got the Haynes Family Foundation, who've been longtime supporters of our season, and then we have the Woodshed Restaurant in Moulton Borough is sponsoring our production of Barefoot in the Park.
Yes.
We also have the Whippletree Winery, Tuckerman's Brewing, and the Bavarian Chocolate House, which is up over there. And we have, this year is so fun.
I'm in.
At our concessions, we got a mold. We bought a mold for specific the Barnstormers Theater chocolate that we're going to be serving at our concession. I know it's got our logo on it. Who doesn't want that? As long as it doesn't melt in your pocket during Act 2, it'll be great.
Mine don't last that long.
It's going to be great. And then we're super excited about that. We do have opportunities for more sponsorships, and there's a lot of great perks that come along if you sponsor us. We get to talk about you on radio, things
just like this.
And then you're in our program where 9,000 to 10,000 patrons are going to see you. And then there's you can look on the website, and there's a whole bunch of perks that come, tickets and signage in our lobby, and in addition, you get to know that you are a part of 95 years of theatrical excellence in Tamworth, New Hampshire.
Hard enough. 95 years. That is unbelievable.
And I should say we are a non-profit organization. So what we do is we bring art to people in New Hampshire at an affordable price. I mean, that's what it's about. We are not any way elitist. We are here for the community, and we cannot do it without support. So please, if you're thinking about supporting the arts, no time is that more needed than now. Check out our website, barnstormerstheater.org.
So we don't have a whole lot of time. Well, let's give out the URL again and the email address just
Sure. So I should say it is barnstormerstheater.org, and remember that's theater spelled with an R-E.
Thank you.
The email address for tickets is tickets@barnstormerstheater.org, and you can call the box office at 603-323-8500 and leave your contact information, and Rebecca will call you back. Rebecca, who has been with the Barnstormers since
dropping
the
names.
60s. She's incredible. These are the kind of people love working for us. She's been with us forever. She knows all the patrons. It's a really cool tradition.
Shout out to the Rebecca. Shout out.
One other thing I want to say.
Yes.
We are participating. We're really excited about this. We're participating in New Hampshire Gives this year. So on that kind of donation sponsorship swing I was going on, June 5th and 6th, we are really making a push because we want to be here for another 95 years, and we can't do it without support. So come see a show, because that's all we need too. Come see a show and then support a little bit more if you can, so your neighbors can come see shows. That's what I got.
All right. That's Summer Theater. When you are in the big chair, so you have obviously, hopefully, another upcoming season next year. Mm-hmm. When you look at what's available out there, this is kind of just behind the scenes stuff for folks who don't know. Are you looking at shows already for next year that are that you really want to do? I mean, I heard that things aren't as available as they used to be. But a lot of the touring companies are grabbing them up. Yeah. And so... Yeah.
So, I mean, that's always part of the... I can't speak to how things used to be, but I know it's always part of the discussion. You see what's available, and different... titles with different profiles cost more to get the rights to. We do have a list. Kate and I put together a list when I was given this position. We have pages and pages of things that we said we need to do.
Is this your wish list?
Yeah, of all the shows we want to get to offer to the community up here. I won't give away any secrets yet. You got to stay tuned for that. That's a discussion that I have, and then I present it to the board, and we have discussions about what we think our community wants, what the world needs, and what fits our aesthetic, and what we can offer.
So as artistic director, do you do you craft a season around maybe a theme, or is it just hodgepodge, shows you like, or I mean, how are you choosing that stuff?
That is such a great question, Ray. You ask it like as I've been doing this for years. This is my first year.
I'm putting you on the spot, baby.
So this year, I certainly
no
crafted
pressure
it.
again.
And I guess I would say the theme this year, I think I went with community and celebration and new beginnings, I guess.
After 95
yeah, I mean,
years,
we got
man.
the opening. I think something that encapsulates the my vibe for this season is Welcome to the Renaissance is the first song in Something Rotten. Welcome to the Renaissance. And
See
I love that.
I'm getting chills. That man can carry a note.
So
Did you ever play Huck Finn?
I did. And if I wasn't going gray because of my new job, I'd do it again. But yeah, that's what kicking off our season. So I feel it's my duty to kind of carry forward the tradition that Francis started and bring it in, respect that tradition and bring in fresh energy and yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to keep building and keep growing, and I couldn't be more happy to be here. The community has been so welcoming. Kate and I have been here for about a month now, and we were just in the Foothills restaurant over in Sandwich, nearby where we're staying. And we talked to them after hours because the people who run that place are big theater people. They're with off the dock players, and they were so excited to chat about.
That's just Kate falling into the microphone.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Not an earthquake, folks.
So we feel very welcomed at the Barnstormers, and we bump into Mike's celebration of it.
I was looking at some of your past shows,
Yeah.
and Camelot caught my eye, and only because it has a special place in my heart. But that's a fact. I couldn't believe that you had done that, but nobody does it. I don't get it anyway. Nobody does it. Congratulations on that. But are there shows like that you hope to bring back? Or are you like wanting to do all the current?
That's a great question. I've talked. I'm fortunate because I have another artistic director I live with over here in Kate that I bounce ideas off of all the time, and I think there's a combination. I want to be able to. Sometimes I think we should just bring back one of the old classics and go for it. Kiss Me Kate at the Barnstormers. But then or Annie Get Your Gun or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a balance. Oklahoma. It's a balance. I kind of want to lean forward.
It's a tough decision, right?
So I think if we do something like that, I'd want to make sure it has a bit of a fresh take. Like, for instance, you mentioned Camelot. I mean, the Camelot that we did last year is a new version of Camelot. It is the same music. It was the classic Lerner and Loewe, and all the great songs were in it. But it was a smaller cast version of it, which had a little bit more, I think, of an intimate punch.
Like the round table had like 5 people.
It was a small table. It's a wee table.
T-cart.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's funny. But it was so there are ways of presenting those classics that have the fresh energy to it, which is, I think, what I would hope to bring in the future. But I don't want to, the classics are classics because they're good.
Yeah, right,
There's a reason.
Right. And there are a lot of people who really like them. I mean, I know it gets denigrated sometimes because they're considered, oh, yeah, you're going to do Oklahoma again. Or you're going to do something, Arsenic and Old Lace. But they're there. People like them. What can you say?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of shows that are on Broadway that people scratch their head and go, what? I've never heard of it. I don't get it.
There's definitely a balance. And I just said it, so I'm being redundant. But yeah, the classics are classics for a reason. There's where there is, we need to look forward, but I don't think we should look too hard on our past.
All right, that's our end exit music. URLs again and email, please.
Barnstormerstheater.org.
And the number is 603-323-8500.
Thank you. You have been listening to NH Unscripted. We are your knights in white satin. That makes me your moody blues-like host, Ray Dudley, coming to you from the Green Acres-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord. You want rungs with that ladder? That's an old people joke right there, folks. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM. Concord 101.9 FM for the beautiful souls of Manchester. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL. Jordan Ahnquist and Kate Middleton from the Barnstormers, thank you for being here today.
Thank you,
Thank you
Ray.
so
It was a
much,
blast.
Ray.
See you this summer. Bye,
Thank
folks.
you.
Bye.